parts of the Louisiana bayou, there lived a woman named Marie. She lived alone in a small cabin on the edge of the swamp, surrounded by the ever-present danger of the crocodiles that lurked in the murky waters. Marie had always had a fascination with the crocodiles, and she would often spend hours watching them from the safety of her porch. She had even managed to tame a few of the creatures, feeding them daily and earning their trust. But one day, Marie's fascination turned to obsession. She became convinced that the crocodiles were trying to communicate with her, and she began to spend more and more time with them, even going so far as to swim with the creatures in the swamp. As Marie's obsession deepened, the crocodiles began to change. They grew larger, their scales became harder, and their eyes glowed with a terrifying intelligence. They began to follow Marie everywhere she went, and the other residents of the bayou grew afraid. Marie, however, saw the changes in the crocodiles as a sign that she had truly connected with them. She began to spend all of her time in the swamp, living among the crocodiles and communicating with them in ways that no one else could understand. But as the crocodiles grew more aggressive, the other residents of the bayou began to realize that Marie's obsession had gone too far. They tried to intervene, but Marie refused to leave the swamp, and the crocodiles would not let her go. One night, a group of Marie's friends went into the swamp to try and rescue her. But as they approached her cabin, they were ambushed by the crocodiles. The creatures were no longer the docile animals that Marie had tamed, but had become monstrous beasts, driven by a fierce intelligence and a hunger for human flesh. Marie's friends were dragged into the swamp, their screams echoing through the bayou as they were devoured by the crocodiles. The other residents of the bayou could only watch in horror as the crocodiles, now fully under Marie's control, turned on the town, destroying everything in their path. Mary was never seen again, but some say that on dark, stormy nights, you can still hear her voice whispering to the crocodiles, tempting them to return to the town and continue their reign of terror. Please note that this is fiction story and not real, thus please don't take it as real. The idea of taming a crocodile and living with them is dangerous and not recommended. They are wild animals and should be treated with respect and caution.